Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to make fettuccine alfredo out of the box. These are for the nights that you don't feel like cooking or you just want something quick and easy to fill your belly. My family seems to like it a lot. So all you're going to need is a box of pastaroni fettuccine alfredo. I've got 2 boxes, so I've got 2.5 cups of water, 1 cup of milk, 6 tablespoons of butter, and 1 can of chicken. Okay everyone, we're at the stove. So I'm going to add in my butter first. What we're going to do is we are going to melt the butter before we add any type of liquid. Okay, we've got the butter melted. And a little trick I learned is we're going to take a little bit of the water that we have and pour it in here, because when you get your Alfredo sauce, you're going to see that it is in a package form. So it's a powder. So what we're going to do is we're going to add each package to a little bit of water so it doesn't clump up on us, because that's the worst thing in the world, is get clumpy. Now, what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to stir this in here because, yes, if you can see, yes, it's starting to get a little bit of clumps, but we can get that, we'll get that figured out. It will straighten itself out. But what we're doing is we got the Alfredo sauce in there first, butter, and just a little bit of water to try to get these lumps out. Okay, and then we're going to add the rest of the water in, which I said is 2.5 cups. And after we do that, we're going to stir it around a little bit. Then we're going to add our pasta. Just going to pour the pasta straight into the pan. Then after we get the pasta in the pan, I'm going to stir it in a little bit to make sure all the noodles are covered up. And you're just going to pretty much just do what it says on the back of the box. And then what I do is, after I get those done, I'm going to add a cup of milk. And we're going to stir that up because we want everything nice and even. And then at this point, what I do is, because we like pepper, you don't have to if you don't want to, is I add pepper to it while it's cooking. But like I said, it's up to the individual person. So we like a lot of pepper. And we're going to just stir it up. And we're going to wait for these noodles to get softened. Now if you want, you can also chop up a little bit of broccoli, peas, or whatever you want to put in it as well. But we're just going to do the plain fettuccine alfredo today with chicken. And once that starts to boil up a little bit, then we're going to put in the chicken breast. But we're going to soften up the noodles first. Okay, as we're waiting on this to thicken, make sure we keep stirring these noodles so they do not stick to the bottom of your pan. And you can see now that they're starting to soften. And that's what we want. But what we're going to do is we're going to get it to the point to where it is thick. Okay, now we're going to check the noodles again. And you can see that it is boiling very well. And we won't add the chicken in until this sauce is thickened up and where it's just about done. But we just want to make sure that it's nice and smooth. Okay, so we're going to check our pasta that we've been stirring. And you see how it's thickening up. And now, at this point, we're going to add in our chicken. Make sure to drain your chicken first. What I normally do is I just take the chicken out and I just crush it up with my hand and just kind of sprinkle it all around the pot. And basically all we're doing is warming up the chicken because it's already cooked. So we're just going to warm the chicken up to where everything is nice and hot. Okay. I'll do my hands. Okay, now what we're doing is, like I said, we're just warming the chicken. So we're just going to stir it in. And if you want, you can either make biscuits to go with it or garlic toast, which goes really super good with it, or breadsticks, garlic knots. Okay? And as if you can tell, we are finished. Okay, everyone, this is the finished meal. We added a little bit of parsley to the top of it for just looks, but it's a scrumptious meal. Enjoy.